Hello and welcome to Take 5 with the Regional Chamber. I'm Kim Calvert. Bowling is a fun outing for the whole family, and one of the most popular places to bowl is at Camelot Lanes in Boardman. But Chelsea Miller tells us bowling is just one of many activities Camelot Lanes has to offer. Take a look.
Camelot Lanes has been an entertainment destination in the Valley for 50 years. That's a long time for any business to not only survive, but thrive.
We're constantly reinvesting in the most innovative and creative aspects of the trade, whatever's offered in the bowling industry. We go to the trade shows and we learn what's hot, and then we come back to Youngstown and do it.
Camelot isn't just a place for league bowlers and date night. They're busy around the clock with everything from camp and daycare visits, an after-school program, plenty of fundraisers, and even company parties.
In the past 3 years, the company party and the fundraisers is our fastest growing business. People are looking for places to have fun themselves. They're looking for places where they can have team building experiences, and we provide that opportunity.
Owners Peppe and Bob Smith try to spread the love of bowling by loaning educational bowling kits to local schools, and even recently traveled to Africa with YSU's School of Education to share bowling with impoverished children there. Back at home, bowling is definitely a main attraction at Camelot, but there's also many other activities to choose from, like an exciting arcade, pool tables, a fully stocked bar, and of course plenty of food options.
Bob likes to say that Camelot Lanes is a cruise ship on land.
And like any good cruise ship, there's so much to do it's impossible to be bored here. For Take 5 with the Regional Chamber, I'm Chelsea Miller.
Camelot Lanes offers specials every night of the week, from Buck Night to Quarter Mania. To check out everything they have to offer, go to CamelotLanes.com. And now, it's time for Tips on a Dime. This week, we asked Dan Pecchia, founder and president of Pecchia Communications, to give us some tips on how businesses can increase their chances of getting their stories covered by the local media.
The most important thing about working with media professionals is understanding their goals and helping those get met, and leveraging your company's resources and information so that they can get the kind of stories you like, with the side benefit of your company or your client getting good exposure. Try to get to know the patterns that the news media follow. Watch the TV news, read the papers, browse the online sites. By doing that, you can tell what they consider news because that's what they're reporting. You can also tell by that kind of careful study the elements that they think make up a good story. Here are some examples. Media in the Mahoning Valley love stories about jobs, and they like stories about problems being solved. If you can characterize a problem, maybe an injustice or an unfairness, and your company has a way to address that, and you can present that with a visual and some good context, you're on your way to a pretty good story. If you can tie something your company is doing to jobs, creating or maintaining jobs, you have a pretty good chance of generating a story. Keep in mind that success in media relations is not a one-night stand. It's not about getting today's story on the air or in print. You'd like to become the kind of person that the media wants to see. You want them to see your emails in your inbox and like that. You want them to want to take your calls. And the way you do it is to become the kind of person that's associated with news. Don't ever pitch self-serving material, because the penalty for that can last a long time.
That's some great advice, Dan. To find out more, visit PecchiaCom.com. Do you have a question that one of our chamber members can answer? Tweet your question to @YWChamber, #TipsOnADime, or email your question to Chelsea at ChelseaMiller@RegionalChamber.com. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Take 5, and we'll see you right back here next week. With the Regional Chamber, I'm Kim Calvert.
Take 5 with the Regional Chamber is produced by Mahoning Valley Productions, where we tell your stories.